Hey guys, this is my run on Dare to Defy 2 stage 6, which is the same stage as the Dimensions End Transcendence tier 13 Reckoning. I decided to bring out the big guns, which is the Penelo and Enna Kros combo together with Luna Freya. I decided to go big here because there's only stage 7 remaining in Dare to Defy and I still have Rinoa and Kane, so I can probably throw some sort of party together and might as well make full use of the Penelo and Enna Kros combo. The Penelo Kros combo works extremely well here, pretty well to the point where you can actually get the entire 3 waves done in one force time in 4 turn counts and without the boss taking any action whatsoever. The setup is pretty straightforward. You want Enna Kros in slot 1, Penelo in slot 2, and Luna Freya in party slot 3. The party slot order is important because you're using Luna Freya in her prayers. And I removed only one passive overall, which is Enna Kros buff speed up. I'm still debating whether that's a smart choice though, because it does actually make wave 3 a little bit more tricky, but it does help get the right turn order on wave 1 and 2. So coming to the fight for wave 1 and wave 2, you want the same starting turn order, which is 3 followed by 2 followed by 1, or Luna followed by Penelo followed by Enna Kros. You don't have to do much with Luna Freya, just use 1 or 2 energy heals, use 1 awakening to apply quick prayer on both Penelo and Enna Kros. 2 turn quick prayer is really enough, and then just simply end Luna Freya's turn using her BT class. On Penelo's turn here, I tried to dish out a bit more damage, so the 2 free turns I just use LD to get good AoE damage, and on her final turn here I used a little bit of her S1 and S2 just to get her buffs and auras up, and then go into BT mode. The role of BT mode is to help you charge your force gauge while you keep the enemy's force gauge frozen. Penelo can actually use quite a lot of her S1 and S2 inside force gauge because her AA as well as the FR replenishes one skill use. Having said that, the final 2 turns in her burst mode, I decided to go to damage, so I used EX followed by LD here. You want just enough damage to bring them pretty close to the 40% threshold so that Enna Kros can finish them off in one hit. You could have actually brought them down to less than 40% in Penelo's BT mode, but it's nice to actually give Enna Kros a turn here because you can take the opportunity to set up. So I use her additional ability, I use a Seed Raines LD call, and I was originally intending to cancel the launch, but because the bosses are still above 50%, what I worry is that you run into the issues where one boss drops below 40% and then dies, and then another boss revives the dead boss. So to just avoid the potential risk of this happening, I decided to use the Seed Raines base call as well, and this helps to bring all 3 bosses to below 50%. Therefore, there's no risk of them reviving any dead boss. Once that's done, just use her S2. Do not use her EX, use her S2. That's more than enough to close out wave 1. Wave 2 is pretty much the same as wave 1. You do need to reset until you get the same party turn order, so 3, 2 and 1. You start wave 2 with 100% force gauge because you've charged it in wave 1. And now since that Luna Freya has a BT aura up, I use 1 awakening here to buff 3 turns quick prayer on Penelo and Enna Kros. The boss will counter Luna Freya and break her, but really all you have to do here is have Penelo use her LD. This does a turn of free damage due to quick prayer, as well as allowing the boss to counter Penelo, break her, so that Luna Freya gets her turn back. That's really all you need. the 3 turns of quick prayer. I would also recommend using a manual cast of heavy prayer onto Enna Kros. Once you've done that, just spam awakening to use up all of Luna Freya's quick prayer turns. This allows you to get by without getting countered by the bosses and getting broken again. And then just simply end Luna Freya's turn with her AA, the Fusoya LD call, and then her EX. You don't want to go into too many awakenings with Luna Freya because you'll burn out her BT aura, and you also trigger the boss's counters, and that will cause you issues where they will break delay Luna Freya. So don't go into too much pain with Luna, just use one LD to apply the quick prayer and then try to end her turn. Starting on Penelo's turn, she still has quick prayer up, so I did EX here. EX will not trigger the counter on the bosses, so it's a form of free damage and you might as well use it. Then I use her FR to enter into force time. I made a big mistake here. I completely forgot to use the Cyan LD call. Penelo is actually carrying a Cyan LD call with a 505 ultimate weapon, and I meant to pop that before going into force time. But at this point I realized I forgot to use it, and I thought I'll just do the run without the call. But if you are using the same setup, just pop Cyan LD call before force time. I ended up not needing the call because Enna Kros EX just did enough damage to kill off the bosses, but it is quite key because you do need to kill off the bosses on Enna Kros EX and nothing else after that. At 4 turns of force time remaining, pop BT Plus on Penelo. And that's right, with the remaining 3 turns of force time, you will actually close out the fight. One EX with Enna Kros will kill off wave 2. Now wave 3 is the most challenging wave, and the challenge actually comes from the resets. You need to just keep resetting until Enna Kros starts first. Unfortunately, if you remove buff speed up, it's actually quite difficult for her to start first. It took me like 10 minutes of resets just to get her to start first. But once that's done, the fight is over. Just pop summon, use LD twice, and boss is dead. Wave 3 literally lasts like 50 seconds. So that's it for Dare to Defy 6. I may redo this stage to free Penelo if I run into issues on stage 7, but I don't think that's likely. Anyway, I hope the video is helpful, and if you enjoyed the content, do leave a like, comment and subscribe. Really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Dare to Defy stage. Bye!